playstyle that, much of the chagrin of most of this state, has shown him much success. On the flip side, though, going to be getting Adorable Knight coming out with Greninja here to try and contend with the power that Wario has.
I mean, Adorable Knight, he's absolutely already outplaced his seed. He's 38th seed here, playing against the number 3 seed right now.
Yep.
But I mean, if I have to say there's someone who I think is a little underseeded in this tournament on the eye test, it might be Adorable Knight, because it's really not uncommon for him to go out and get wins in West Michigan against players like Eden, against Suspect, against Blue Boo and Defoe, like a lot of players who are seeded higher than him here.
Yeah, unfortunately, it feels like Adorable Knight's kind of become one of those hidden bosses. So the more Adorable Knight's able to come out, hopefully he can erase that moniker in front of us right now.
Right.
Right now, having that extra speed to be able to catch up with Wario on that movement, definitely paying off.
Oh, sneaking underneath him there.
Where you always got to be careful around that bike, because you never know when they're going to hop off of it or if they're just going to keep hanging around and just causing trouble.
Until the dash tag. Oh, aggressive over the ledge. Almost paid for it, but got a spot dodge in time. It'll reverse it to his favor. Let's see if he chases him up here. Nope, decides to play patient. LOE1 hopping around the platform, waiting for Adorable Knight to make a move. And finally, when LOE1 does approach, he ends up getting hit for it.
There we go, gets the tipper on that up smash, so able to take off the first stock of LOE1, and this is definitely where you want to put LOE1. And that is back a stock, because now he's the one who has to approach, and Greninja can be very good at controlling the pace of the game with those water shurikens.
Got the water shurikens. He's also very good at dash dancing, making you fear pushing back in on it too.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be
such good ground mobility.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be on LOE1 to really find those openings where he can in order to try and even the stocks back out.
Gonna try and take the stock here while he has advantage, but no, he plays patient, lets it back and say, trying to find a ledge trap, but normally not having any of it.
Yeah, not by any of that movement that LOE1's doing at the ledge there to try and bait out an option. And Adorable Knight's really just been holding down the fort, so to speak. When he's found a spot on the stage that he's comfortable with, he just doesn't really let it go.
Let it go.
Tries to chase that drift, but that air dodge keeping LOE1 barely safe.
That's what we're watching this whole time. Adorable Knight's not falling for any of this. LOE1 is being LOE1. He's trying so hard to bait anything out, and
I mean, like,
Adorable Knight doesn't need to fall for it, and he's not falling for any of it. Oh boy.
I mean, Adorable Knight is just fully in control of the pacing of this game, and this is absolutely where he wants to be. Like, look at this. Just the patience recognizes the instant LOE1 overextends and just goes in and punishes him hard. And this is looking dire for LOE1, able to just go down there, finally gets him there, because that up B does not have anything protecting it when he's coming back.
That is something he's going to have to be aware of, because if there's anyone, LOE1 loves using that at the ledge. You're going to see more of that on stream. That down air as his opponent is coming up vertically.
So gets the grab. I feel like he just needs a little bit more percent, and then he could probably think about using that waft a little early here to try and at least take off the second stock.
Okay, spike, throw her back at him. Thought he was going to eat it. No, he's in a little space, trying to push LOE1. Sorry, try to push Adorable Knight back. Doing some dancing over here.
Yeah, I mean, starting to recognize LOE1, really looking for these drop-down aerials to try and convert into something, but finally able to get underneath him and start sharking him with these up airs.
Barely avoiding the water shuriken, able to push back to neutral stage and misses with the waft. That is devastating.
Yeah, and this really puts him farther behind now, because he's got to find a way to take off the stock, and Adorable Knight has shown that it is a monumental feat to even take one.
Well, LOE1 will have no problem trying to slow this pace down now. That's the thing. He uses the waft, and he's like, you know what? I can slow things down. I will get another waft. That might be something he comes to regret real bad.
Yeah, I mean, you've just created an opening for LOE1 here. I mean, yeah, you got him at 71%, but now he can just stall out the clock a little bit longer.
This might go to time.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
I'm not even joking.
I mean, hey, if it gives Wario another chance to whop, LOE1's absolutely going to go for it.
That is the thing, you know, most of the time, if you're LOE1 against almost any other, if you're Adorable Knight against almost anyone else, any other character, you say, fine, I don't have to do anything.
Yep.
But when you're Wario, it's like, okay, I'm going to give you a fart if I don't.
Yep.
So if I don't kill you, you're going to have one of the best finishers in the game online.
So right now, the way Adorable Knight is moving around LOE1, it is not making it easy for LOE1 to stay perfectly safe and be able to run out that clock, because bit by bit, this percentage has been racking up, and it's got to be more likely that a straight hit could lead to death.
Just use the bike in his own combo right there.
Yeah, may as well. Use that hit extension that you get off of the bike on that nair, make it last a little bit longer. Boom, get that conversion.
Adorable Knight was fantastic, controlling absolutely every stage of that game. The pacing was incredible.
Yeah, and it all came down to being able to take that first stock as early as he was, because if you let LOE1 get that lead early on, it's just going to be a painful slog of a match. But if you're the one who's able to control the pace of that slog, it is definitely something you want.
3, 2, 1.
So speaking of big stages, we're going to Town and City here. Plenty of room to work with, and plenty of platform layouts to deal with as well.
I love the way he's working with the Greninja right now. Like, I am super impressed.
Yeah, I mean, just using that horizontal movement to be able to get where he needs to outrange that aerial drift that Wario has, and then just using the great aerials that Greninja has to counter back. Almost caught him on the way down with that there. There we go, LOE1 able to come underneath. That's really where I feel like LOE1 could be abusing Greninja a little bit more. Because as good as Greninja's vertical and grounded horizontal movement is, the horizontal aerial movement isn't really there for Greninja, so that's definitely something you can capitalize against Greninja.
LOE1 trying to chase him down, but Greninja is able to outpace him every time. Yeah. Finds him off stage. All right, let's see, put the pressure on Water. Shuriken chasing him way up high. He's still floating around, barely getting the down air out on time, able to get the stage back safely.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary when you're going above a Greninja like that, because you're competing with a potential up smash, and that thing has some good disjoint to it. Oh.
I say this every time. Every time I commentate a LOE1 stream, and I'll say it again.
He's what?
No, I'm distracted.
No, you gotta.
I say he uses the WAP. He has no care for pulling it out early. He uses it in unconventional times, and he gets a lot of mix-ups out of it. And I think he knows. He knows that he plays slow, and he's going to get another one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you have to burn a slightly charged WAP just to keep your stock alive, you may as well do it, because for LOE1 especially, you get so much for keeping those stocks alive.
Oh boy.
That is a good punch on that Shadow Sneak. So LOE1 finally going to be in the position that he wants to be, but the Shadow Sneak coming out, catching LOE1 unaware, and that even sinks right back up.
2 stocks each, 0%. Stayed flat for a minute.
Yep. Oh, that uphill not going to connect, so LOE1 going to be taking a lot of damage for it. There we go, going to be able to attaboy his way out of the corner there. And they're just carries so far for Wario.
Oh boy, okay.
Yep, nice bait out of that air dodge. Going to lead to some stage control here for LOE1.
Doesn't last too long. Okay. Gonna get another one? Yes, he is. So what's he gonna follow up with? Tries to bait another one out, but no. LOE1 able to use that platform to get back safely. Pushing Greninja, pushing Adorable all the way back to the other ledge. Tries again with that down air, but barely avoiding it is Adorable.
Yeah, able to use that slant on the other side of the stage to be able to get around it with that up B.
Okay. Doing some work with the bike, just carrying it menacingly.
Up throw going to be able to trade with whatever hit that was. That percentage is really starting to rack up.
Oh, yes. He sounds like Schmeagol when he goes through like that. I tell you, I can't. Every time I hear it.
Just expect them to save pressure or something on the way to blast. So.
Oh, you're
in trouble now.
He had more on him. Low one fishing for those two. And he'll just take you down with him if he's up.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. They're going to be able to beat out the bike and send Low one off stage here. Low one able to make it back. This is going to be critical for Adorable Knight, being able to take the stock off quickly.
There he goes. Chase him up. Not going to be able to find anything. Grabs him right as he lands. Throws the bike in the air.
I mean, hey, you're at least keeping away from Wario, and that Shadow Sneak again just comes out so quick at those shorter distances that it's hard to react to.
Okay. Oh, he wanted it.
Yep, not going to find it, so that gives Low one another open.
He went for that. He's really only gone for those when he's been in kill percent, but this time I don't know if he's getting nervous last stock, getting a little gritty, or maybe he just knew he had it and wanted to put on a whole lot of damage, but.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, it's a good way to put on some extra damage like you were saying there, but the problem is that those lower percents, it's not going to send Wario very far, but that WAF, that's absolutely going to send you far when you get hit by that.
Wario wins! Yes!
He whiffed the waft early in the game, but had another one saved up and ready to go to finish out game number 2. We're headed to game number 3, but it's Adorable Knight with a slight advantage here because now he gets map pick.
Yeah,
stage pick.
Yeah, and that's going to be really key here because there's a lot more smaller, shorter range stages available now thanks to the addition of Small Battlefield over Quarantine. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for Low one to make sure that he's able to play that large stage, long game plan this time. It looks like there's quite a debate going on over where they're going to end up going here. So we'll see what they ended up choosing.
Stop battle! Greninja.
Well, here we go, going into game 3. Neither player changing up who they're going, so it's going to come down to what this stage choice is. And we are going to Small Battlefield.
1, go!
This is definitely going to be interesting to see how these closer platforms play out for Adorable Knight here, because I feel like there's definitely a little bit more safety against Low one when he's coming down.
I don't think I've ever heard this music before.
Welcome to Smash Bros. Over 900 songs, and we only get to hear like what, 20 half the time?
Are there over 900?
Yeah,
Dang.
there is an absurd amount of music in this game, and I love it. I am so glad that they made it so that you can pick songs now for these stages. Oh. Yeah, able to use that bike as a vertical recovery tool there. So Low one, despite being sent down as low as he was, able to make it back. Here we go. Adorable Knight really making use of those platforms and trying to extend these combos as much as possible.
Got greedy with that smash, back throw, controls the stage. Yep, he knew that bike was coming, but there's nothing more you can do with it.
Yep.
Really, it's just a get you above stage for free safety option. The second he drops it, no one wants a motorcycle drop in their head.
No, not at all. I mean, those things are heavy, especially Wario's bike. So Low one gonna be the first one to take the stock here. Definitely puts himself in a good situation.
Oh,
Nearly dies to that throw. Able to recover from so far.
159 already sitting on Low one. He's getting some equity. Trying to get some equity out of this stock, but hasn't found much yet.
And this is difficult now because as good as Wario's aerial drift is, now he's got those platforms to use in addition to that as approach tools, and that's really making it difficult to pin him down.
Oh boy. Able to recognize it on shield, pull back. I don't need the platform, stay safe. There's no punishment.
They're just going to outright kill this time.
We're pushing 200%, so it better.
You know? I mean, even on a heavy character like Wario, it better.
That's a quick 50 damage right there.
Yep.
But turning around, putting the damage right back on his opponent. Adorable Knight doing a good job. Struggling get out of disadvantage. LOE1 finally grabs the ledge, able to go through the platform, but puts himself in disadvantage, hitting that shield and going through again. Water Shuriken coming out, but used the bike to get back above stage safely, and finally gets back on his feet.
Yeah, finally able to get a counterattack with that back air and get some stage control here. See how long is he able to carry this, and definitely able to at least keep Adorable Knight off the stage for a little while here, but Adorable Knight at least going to get the corner and finally able to get back into control. Oh, just calls him out with the raw wop there, and that is going to put LOE1 back in the lead. Still keeping the stock alive, though. Good DL.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, came down on top of him with the down air. 14 damage for that. Not the time you wanted to accidentally. I don't know if he picked that up on purpose or if he was trying to dash attack it.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the risky thing about approaching when that bike is there, because the attack button is the same thing you use to pick up items, and that could really throw you off. Still,
Turn around with it. Yeah, you're not gonna.
I mean, if you're gonna keep riding
see
that bike,
LOE1 in the player cam, shake his head. Okay, fine. You got me.
you can only have so much fun riding around on that against somebody with the counter.
Right.
So, I mean, even still, LOE1 does have the lead here, so he's going to be able to dictate the pacing of this game right now. And with that clock finally down to 3 minutes, that is exactly where he wants it to be.
Oh, comes over. That Warlike not able to do too much with it. Gets him out of disadvantage. But it seems like LOE1 is now the one. Seems to have figured out some of these movement options that they've been putting at him.
Wow, that actually outright killed. Huh.
The bike off the ledge, iframe gone. Bike coming in on top and taking the stock.